I am with you through this whole thing, folks. That last call reminded me, the call prior to the one I'm speaking to now, that we should put up my article on Rush Limbaugh. Got about 1,000 responses at the Wall Street Journal. That was a fascinating read for me. You know, it's interesting. Let me just mention this. Rush and I really almost identical years in radio, although he was syndicated nationally 10 years before I was. I was in L.A. for those 10 years. In 1998, I became nationally syndicated. And we were on, may he rest in peace, same hours. Now, of course, he had more stations than I, more listeners, and it had no impact on me. I was happy that he was influencing people with conservative ideas. Likewise, he felt no sense of competitiveness with me, same hours. I have a lot of listeners too. And in fact, a few weeks before he died, he read my column on his show. We should get that and play it, actually. And whenever we met, it was 100% warmth. Plus, I got an extremely expensive cigar out of the meeting. I have an upper limit to what I would spend on a cigar. So I just thought you'd find that of interest. I actually chose my hours from the very beginning and when I would broadcast, knowing that I was up against Rush, which is like up against Mount Everest, and I was fine with it. There's a happiness lesson in that I'd like to share with you. If you compare yourself, you compare your life to others, it's a chapter in my book on happiness, you will never be happy. I go to work every day thanking God that I that I have the opportunity. I'm not choking up. It sounds like I'm choking up emotionally. I am emotional about it, but I'm not choking up. Anyway, I thank God that I have this opportunity, that I am paid to tell a lot of people what I believe is an unbelievable gift. I never sat down and thought, well, Rush Limbaugh has more stations. It's not the way I think. It's an incredibly self-destructive thing because I'll give you an example. Whenever the Forbes 400 comes out, you know, the list of the 400 richest people, and I always think about, number 106. Now, if you're the 106th richest person in America or the world, I don't know, is it Forbes 400 the world or America?
Well, there are two.
Oh, there are two different lists. All right, so it doesn't matter, America or the world. If you're on that list, you're very, very wealthy. But if your happiness comes from being wealthier than others, you will never be happy. There's a big difference between allowing wealth to contribute to your happiness and being happy because you are wealthier than others. There is no comparison. So I never walked around thinking, oh my God, Rush has more stations. That's the way it is. So what? I don't have a lot of clout. Is the only way that you have clout is to be the number one in rankings? Is life a contest? then nobody will ever be happy. Baseball player bats 306. That's awesome. But the batting champ batted 310. There you go. Guys in second place. It's a very important lesson. Anyway, it is a loss, and I hope you can read my my column